This was a great episode for Go, but for Ash. Yo, what's up everyone? TreyMan1 here. Welcome back to another Pokemon 2019 anime review. Today we're talking about episode 14, the first episode in the Unova region. What do I have to say about this? It was a pretty good episode in my opinion. It was really enjoyable, but I do have some issues, unfortunately. So let me go ahead and get into the summary of my thoughts. I just want to start off by saying I love the opening sequence of showing Ash and Go looking at their goals of Ash wanting to beat the world champion Leon and Go who wants to catch all Pokemon to lead up to Mew. I really do love that, Ash and Go now have set goals in the series and that we can finally progress for both of these characters. And I gotta say, I really do like that the Unova region pretty much looked the same. I remember how we see Vermilion City now and Sun and Moon when we went back to Misty's gym and stuff. Kanto changed, but I'm liking that Unova kind of stayed the same. I'm guessing, Kanto and maybe a few other regions probably went through a few changes to be up to date, but it looks like Unova and I'm guessing Kalos and Alola will stay the same. And in this episode, Ash and Go actually head to Desert Resort, which we actually never been to in the black and white anime. And the reason for that is because there were two canceled episodes that were supposed to take place in this resort. And that was basically like a Team Rocket arc. Team Rocket versus Team Plasma. It was so hype. I remember Rock was supposed to be there. I believe it was supposed to be captured. Best Wishes would have been so differently if they didn't have to cancel these two episodes. But sadly, due to an unfortunate event, those two episodes had to get scrapped and, they had to change up Best Wishes plot just a little bit. So, it's understandable, but I'm glad that they're here now. Dragonite and Beedrill are also here as well, and I'm like, yes, Ash is finally using his Dragonite. That's the one thing I've been hoping for is Ash to take, his Pokemon with him to these different regions, and we're seeing that Dragonite is here. Also find it interesting that Beedrill actually attacked Ash and Go. It seems like, they're actually giving Go's Pokemon a bit more personality, which I am liking. So far, I love Dewgong. Dewgong is the probably best Pokemon he has, and Scyther. But now I'm glad to see we're seeing Pokemon like Beedrill. Hopefully, we'll get to see all of his Pokemon get better development throughout the series. Beedrill's sitting here attacking Ash and Go, so I'm guessing he isn't really too fond of him. Kind of like Pinsir. I remember Pinsir turned away. Maybe as the series grows, they'll grow a bond with Go. But yeah, to get across the desert resort, they have to use their flying Pokemon because the sand is extremely hot. And I'm just loving, Dragonite's personality. For one, when we met one of the characters of the days, it was just hugging all over them. It's a really affectionate Pokemon. And when racing against Ghost Beedrill, we can see that's very competitive as well. Not wanting to lose, going full speed and blasting Ash off again. Because I gotta say, the episode was really funny. The animation was nice and everything. The only issue I really had with this episode has to do with Ash, and I'm going to get into that a little later. Also, this scene completely caught me off guard. So, there were a bunch of Darmanitans just sitting in Zen mode. Pikachu and Scorbunny wake one up, and Go just throws the Pokeball instantly and catches it. And I'm like, you can catch this Darmanitan, but you struggle with a freaking Dewgong. But nah, I understand, Go's whole goal and stuff. I'm just hoping things start to get a little harder for Go catching Pokemon, because it does seem quite easy. Maybe since, Go is based off of Pokemon Go, they'll introduce raspberries and things like that, and possibly Great Balls and Ultra Balls so that we can see, oh snap, things are getting harder for Go, he has to upgrade, But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, for some odd reason, and here's where my issue begins. Every time Ash and Pikachu go to Unova, they just, something happens to them, they're forgetful and they just pull some dumb moves. Okay, this one didn't really bother me that much. And that's when Ash was the Litwick's talking. It's okay, that's a cool, funny moment. But it gets worse later. The group end up running into a Sandile while exploring the ruins. And okay, Pikachu, your rival was a Sandile in the last series. Ash had freaking Rock and Crocodile. And Pikachu goes for Thunderbolt, and I'm just sitting here Pikachu, what the heck, man? What is it with the Unova region that just does this to Ash or Pikachu? That's what I think it is, because that was a kind of a bad move. Pikachu could have easily went for Iron Tail or anything, but Thunderbolt, he should have known that wouldn't have worked. But the good thing here is that Ash, ends up mentioning it. Thunderbolt won't work, so, okay, good job, Ash. You're still good, right? Right? yeah, we'll see about that later. Skull Bunny actually defeats Sandile and Go ends up catching it, which I think is pretty cool. And we get some more funny scenes of Ash and Go stepping on a lot of booby traps and things like that, running for their lives. I gotta say, like, Go's character has become much more enjoyable throughout this series. Like, in the beginning, I was kind of iffy on Go, on his goal and everything, but I'm truly loving his character and his personality. It is pretty good. And we end up running into a Cofagrigus where we meet another character of the day. And actually, I kind of hope this guy isn't a character of the day because I can easily see him being a kind of a rival for Go. And that's this trainer with the shiny side up. They were caught in some Cofagrigus. Pikachu thunderbolted and saved them. And this guy is actually a shiny hunter. And I believe this is actually the first time we've seen a shiny hunter in the anime. And his goal is to complete the Pokédex with all shinies. So we know Go, he's trying to catch all Pokemon in general. I can see this guy easily being like a rival to Go. Maybe there'll be times where we'll see him again, and then there's a shiny Pokemon, and him and Go try and compete to catch this Pokemon or things like that. Because, you know, Go just wants to complete the dex, shiny or not shiny. I feel like if he does see a shiny, though, he's going to want to get it. Like, he's going to be like, oh, snap. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. And I could see him possibly being a rival for Go, like Hoji being a rival for Ash in the future. But yeah, basically the group ends up getting to the bottom of the ruins and have to figure out this puzzle. And we actually get the biggest Pokemon Go reference right here in this episode. When this episode said Raid Battle, they meant Raid Battle. A freaking Raid egg from Pokemon Go comes from the ground. And it's like, yo, that's so crazy. I wonder if they're really going to go all out and, you know, show multiple Raid eggs throughout the series. And, you know, just possibly show the Pokemon Go gyms. Because remember, in Vermilion City, they were building a Pokemon Go gym. So I'm really wondering, will they show this stuff off? And the Pokemon from the egg is none other than Golurk. And I gotta say, I do like that Ash in this episode was actually trying to catch Pokemon again. Like, he tried to catch a Woobat, and we saw a Yamask as well, which are both Team Rocket's Pokemon from Unova, funny enough. And him and Go are basically now competing to get this Golurk. But unfortunately, this is where my third issue with Ash comes to play. He has Pikachu use Thunderbolt on this Golurk, and I know you all may be thinking, you know, Ash might have just forgot. But here's the difference. For one, there was like Go's Pokédex just said it's a ground ghost type, and that's just right next to Go. So I'm pretty sure if he heard about Sandile earlier, he could have heard about that. And instead of Ash going like, oh snap, I forgot or anything like that, he's just kind of like, why didn't that work? And Go has to tell him, you know, it's a ground type. And I'm like, Ash, you know this. And the reason I know Ash knows this, in Sun and Moon, not too long ago, episode 104, you know, Ash is sitting here. He has to use Pikachu because, you know, he's being under attacked again. But he mentions, I know Pikachu's at a disadvantage here, but we got to do something. So he actually knows this. And he actually goes for an interesting strategy. Going for a quick attack to throw them off. And the surprise one with an Iron Tail at the end. And it's like, you know, yo, Ash, what are you doing? Like, I can't excuse this one right here. It's like, I understand, you know, we all forget sometimes. But, you know, instead of Ash going, oh, I forgot, or something like that, like, literally that just happened in the Kukui battle. Ash made a mistake in the Kukui battle by going for Sludge Bomb on Lucario. But instead of going like, wait, what happened? He goes, oh, no, that's right. Like, he remembers, like, I wish they did that here. Like, if they did that, Ash said, oh, that's right, Golurk's a, you know, ground type. Just because he forgot, that would have made this moment so much better. But to sit here and act like he just didn't notice at all was, like, a bad move, in my opinion. And it's like, what's up with the Unova region making Ash, you know, make these mistakes? It's like, I just don't understand it. But, all right, let me get back to this review because I kind of went on a little ramble. I'm sorry about that, guys. But these few moments don't make the episode bad itself because the episode is still great. Like, the raid battle is amazing. For one, Ash recovers from his mistake and goes for Iron Tail. And he's actually doing a lot of damage to this Golurk. I really did for a minute think he was going to catch it. But unfortunately, Pikachu suffers his second loss in the series already. And I'm just like, gosh, Lee. And it's funny, too, because his second loss in Sun and Moon was also to a Golurk. But here, you know, it was just kind of a punch. I don't know what move it went for, if it went for a move. I kind of wish it went for, like, high horsepower or something. Just to show Pikachu got hit by a super effective move. But, yeah, sadly, Pikachu took an L today. Ash and Pikachu did, sadly. But then that gives us time for Dragonite to shine. Oh boy, was Dragonite amazing. Like, I remember we was thinking Dragonite was going to be too big on battling because of how friendly it was. But we was wrong because it went for Dragon Claw and it was just going crazy. Golurk was sweeping through a lot of these Pokemon. Score Bunny, Beedrill, the three characters of the day's Pokemon, and actually Go ends up bringing out Darmanitan, and this is another moment I love. Like, this was a great episode for Go. He's using his new Pokemon. Like, that was one of my issues I had, was that he kind of caught them and just, that was it. But seeing here, he's using Darmanitan, I was like, yes. And we get this really amazing combo move animated by Masaki Iwan. I love the animation in this episode so much. It was amazing. Of Overheat and Hurricane. Like, Ash's Dragonite is freaking Hurricane. This is a champion's Pokemon right here. And the two Pokemon end up taking down Golurk at the end of the day. And even though Ash made those simple mistakes, it was still good that Dragonite got some time to shine at the end of the day. And I think this has been a perfect moment for Ash to actually catch this Golurk, since he did most of the damage. But since Go's goal is to catch this Pokemon, Go ends up throwing the Pokeball first and catching the Golurk, which I'm okay with because, that's Go's goal. And this was like based on Pokemon Go's a raid battle with the egg and everything like that. So it makes sense why Go caught this one. And as we see, the Golurk is actually bigger than the average Golurk. Like, I thought it was just going to be big for the raid battle and go small afterwards, like in Pokemon Go. But it stays the same size and is now a guardian of the Go Park. And even though this Golurk wasn't Ash's first Ghost-type Pokemon, that Gengar appears at the end of the episode once again, which means it's coming back. And we actually got a confirmed episode. It's going to be episode 16, I believe, when the Gengar comes back. And actually is attacking Ash. So hopefully he will catch this Gengar in that episode as his first Ghost-type. But yeah, overall, this was a great episode for Go. And I didn't really like the mistakes that Ash made in this episode. Hopefully this isn't a thing with every Unova episode. Because just at the last episode, he fought with Champion Leon. He was doing his thing. And for him to come right back in this episode, kind of unexperienced, is, that's a bad move. Especially since he's the Alola region champion. And this kind of backs up what Leon was saying about him being, kind of inexperienced in the last episode. So hopefully we don't have any more issues like this and it'll just keep going from there. But in the comment section down below, please let me know what y'all thought of this episode. I would love to hear. Thank you all for watching, and I hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. TreyMan1, peace out.